everyone, welcome to my channel guys. And very recently I watched two films in the theaters. One is the Hindi film Setu, which stars Akshay Kumar in the lead role, and second is the Malayalam film Monster starring Mohanlal in the lead. Now starting with Setu, for this film I kinda had some sort of hope because the trailer suggested that the movie will blend in our own beliefs with the action adventure genre, which Karthikeya 2 did as well. If we just talk about the plot of the film, we have an archaeologist who is an atheist and who only believes in fact. Now he has been given a task to prove if Ram Setu is a man-made structure or is it naturally occurring. Now along with this mission, his beliefs are also getting questioned and he also goes through a complete character arc from a non-believer to a believer. Now just on paper, the storyline looks so unique and interesting and adventurous, but the filmmakers fail at the execution. It starts off as somewhat interesting, then it completely loses pace, and second half, especially when the actual adventure part comes in, you just don't feel the stakes. The actual saving grace of the film is the last 10 minutes. The climax sequence in the court is the highlight point of the script. This movie is an absolute missed opportunity because I feel personally that the makers had a very strong script in their hands. But today the audiences know the difference when you make a movie just with the intention of making money, or if you're making a movie with the intent of actually telling a good story. Akshay Kumar, in fact, I would say still did a decent job. In fact, Akshay Kumar and Satyadev, these are the only two actors whom I felt that were a little bit serious about the script. The female actors Nusrat Barucha and Jacqueline Fernandez, they were just awful. The second half of the film is the actual action adventure part where they are going in searching for proof. I feel that part could have been shown in a much more adventurous and thrilling way, but I just don't feel the stakes. Like I'm seeing on the screen that okay, the Supreme Court verdict, 3 days are left, 2 days are left, 1 day is left, but still I don't feel the urgency while watching it. This is the exact problem I had with Karthikeya 2 also, where I thought that okay, the central character, he's just not facing enough hurdles. They are just getting the clues one after another very easily. The VFX is also a mixed bag. In certain places it's still passable, but in few of the scenes it's horrible. And the movie actually relies very heavily on VFX. One place where it is going to look so jarring to your eyes is the helicopter sequence. So firstly, it looks bad, and secondly, the acting in that particular scene is even worse. And especially when throughout the scene Jacqueline and Nusrat are just shouting and you just want to shut them up. Frankly, they could have made this something very epic, but this movie is just a one-time watch. Like if you want to go with your family, if you have the time and just don't want to think too much, then yes, definitely you can watch it. But to be honest, with the actual vision of this film, like what they were going for, this really could have been something very epic. But yeah, this is not the worst Akshay Kumar film of the year. So Ram Setu I watched last night, and this morning I watched the Malayalam film Monster. And oh my god, I am speechless. And not in a good way. Once again, I get what the makers were going for, probably, you know, highlighting a social issue via a crime investigative thriller. But once again, the execution was so bad. And my only reason for going and watching this film was Lalata. But I just could not bear him. Guys, I'm sorry. I could not bear him in the first half. Like that over the top Lucky Singh character, it was so caricaturish. And once again, I know what the director was going for because, you know, there was a complete flip in his character in the second half. So he wanted us to feel that shock value, but I just couldn't sit through it, guys. And Lalita is someone who has such impeccable comic timing. I just don't know why the director made him act like that. Because Lucky Singh as a character had no business being that creepy. And oh my god, when he was acting as Lucky Singh, that cliched Punjabi music as the beach game, that was irritating me even more. This is the first time I have seen in a Malayalam film people who walked out in between before the film finished. There were two guys who just walked out. The final climactic action sequence, and when all the revelations are happening, like you should feel that shock value, but I did not feel anything for these antagonists. The final action sequence also just could not create the said impact. And for me, I don't mind a predictable storyline. If the storyline is executed well, I don't mind the predictability. Here, the execution was the biggest problem, both performance-wise as well as in the technical department. Certain places, I would say the camera work was still good, but the BGM was very bad. I just felt bad for Lalita, to be very honest. I just felt bad for him because when you have watched him in something like Adrishyam 2, even I would say Bro Daddy even though it had a very predictable storyline and all of that, it was a very simple story, I still enjoyed it. A lot of people called it average. I was like, no, this is a nice, chill family entertainer. This was enjoyable. But Monster is not even enjoyable. That's the problem. So the director completely misfired with this film. I would say completely misfired with this film. So yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say about Monster. So yes, those were my thoughts on the two films. One is Ram Setu, which is just a one-time watch, and the climax, honestly saves it. And Monster, which is the second one that I watched today morning, after which I feel I need to watch probably Drishyam 2 or Thanmatra for that matter again, just to restore my faith. I think this is the first time I've been so utterly disappointed in a Malayalam film. Like Irul also did not disappoint me that much, as much as Monster did. So yes, that's it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and with that I will end this video here, and I'll see you soon on my next one. Bye.